Chef say I gotta kill this.
Yo, what's up, man? What up, Brandon, man? How you doing, man? I know we both coming off some tough fantasy losses, man. How you feeling?
Yeah. I think every week, especially being in a few leagues, one of them is going to be an L. So it's not a good week for the Cowboys to lose and to get a fantasy loss. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll live to see another day.
Yeah.
We'll live to see it. How you feeling, bro? You just right now, like right now, it's just live and fresh.
Yeah,
So
man. Literally, the last throw in overtime, at the end of overtime, lost me fantasy, man. If the kicker weren't hurt,
tough.
they probably would have ran the ball. I would have won, but because the kicker's hurt, they wanted to get a little closer, throw the ball. Whew, that hurt your boy, man.
Yeah,
I'm heartbroken.
that hurt me. As soon as you text me, I was like, bruh, that's tough.
Bruh, I texted you, I was like, I need no more throws. He threw one more time, and it got me. But, yeah, man. But let's go ahead and talk about the game, man. Not a bad game. Went into overtime. Usually overtime games, you want to see a little more scoring. But wasn't a bad game. I guess maybe we're used to these Bronco games being under 20 points. But how did you feel about it, man?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they scored right around their season average. I think their season average is like 15. They scored 16, so it wasn't a shock. But I think Russ and everything in the beginning, that first half, it just seemed like, okay, maybe they didn't figure some things out. Maybe they got some answers. I'm not gonna lie, second half is just like, bro, it's a little disappointing, man. I don't know what it is, man. It's still disappointing that they just not connecting. And this is a Chargers team that, honestly, from what I saw, it seemed like they could be potentially exposed with certain plays. And I just feel like, once again, Denver's just not taking advantage. They're not taking advantage of what they have going on offensively, which seems to be nothing.
Yeah.
Seems to be nothing. And then even on the Chargers side, real quick, I'm just surprised. I was talking to a friend of mine. We were watching the game, and in the beginning, I was just like, man, like, it's weird. These teams and these offenses this year, like, it just seems to be a year of defense. Like, so like everybody has like a solid defense. I know we're gonna get to a few games, but it seems like, well, not everybody has a solid defense, but it seems like either you have an elite offense or you just all right. And if you go against a solid defense, your all right offense is gonna be literally all right. So it's just like, it's tough, man. What do you feel? What were your thoughts, man? Outside of the fantasy stuff, obviously, but just games.
I don't know. It started off like it was finna be exciting. Russell Wilson off to a hot start. First quarter, 10 for 10, over 100 yards. And the Chargers kind of came out the gate slow, but, it was like, all right, if the Broncos are rolling on offense, then the Chargers going to get going. But, I mean, after the first quarter, they started looking like the same Broncos. And I don't know. Maybe they're getting there. Maybe they're figuring it out. They did look better today than last week's game. But yeah, decent game. I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. I think a lot of people are. So I just enjoy watching him, even though he didn't have his best game either. I just enjoyed watching him. So it was an okay game, decent game. But hopefully these primetime games start getting a little more consistent and better, because there's been a lot of duds this year.
What's funny? I think this is the first year where I actually viewed like Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football as prime time games.
Really?
Like, in my mind, right? Because in my mind, Thursday Night Football, when that became a thing, it just became, arguably the worst game on the schedule. We're going to put it on Thursday. And that's what it felt like. And it was like, we do the color rush thing, the jerseys. Everybody's going to watch because the jerseys are cool, that type of stuff, right? But I think now, since Amazon is maybe taking over, maybe they're trying to spin it a little bit for that way. And then ESPN, they always had, no offense, it just wasn't the best commentating. They was always trying to figure out plug and play. And that just felt like it was just like not the best game. So it really was just like either Sunday Night Football or like the midday game on Fox or something like that. Was like the two games I felt like were like the primetime games, in my opinion. But now with all these, ESPN getting Joe Buck and Troy, and then Amazon with their stuff. It's like everybody's competing on all these primetime games to be the best overall. So even Fox, or they got Tom Brady to deal. So it's like everybody's trying to have the best commentators now. So we'll see.
They throwing a lot of money out there too, man.
Bruh.
Hey, send something my way, man. Just send me like 100,000. Like I ain't gonna be good at the job, but you ain't gonna miss that 100,000. Just send it this way, man.
I mean, I feel like they should look at it like an investment. Like imagine they threw us both 100 bands, right? And it's just a little investment. And you know what I'm saying? They teach us up, all those other things. It'd be perfect. Like we ain't asking for a lot, man. It could be a multi-year deal.
Yeah, a company card.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
3 years, $300K, and we got you.
That's it.
Right there. Just hit the line.
And then an extra signing bonus.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the company card, like you said.
Company card.
Company phone.
Gas card.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All the flights and hotel
they'll figure
discounts.
It out. They'll figure it out. They got it.
Yeah, they got us.
So
for sure.
You mentioned it earlier, man, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So Cowboys, big game, big prime time game, Cowboys Eagles. Didn't get the win. But I think everyone kind of feels the same in the sense of we got the most out of our backup quarterback. And so seems like, I'm not in Dallas right now, but it seems like Dallas fans ain't too sad about that game. Cooper Rush has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
The coaching has actually been pretty good throughout this stretch. But yeah, what do you think of the game? Eagles come out with a win, still undefeated, still looking really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, respect to the Eagles. I mean, we kind of knew what was going on, man. We knew the Eagles. They on paper. I mean, and obviously even the books had them as big time favorites. But I think, like you said, for most Cowboys fans especially that actually like know football, knowledgeable about it, we're not attacking Cooper Rush for this, right? It's just more or less like, okay, can you be a little disappointed? Yeah, right. But at the end of the day, we knew it was going to get to a point where he was going to have to win some more games with his arm. You can't expect to come out here like, I'm saying, completing 10 passes and thinking we're going to win by double digits again. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not realistic. Yeah. And then you go against a Philly team in their house on prime time. That's going to be tough. They're going to come to play. And them boys, they got a solid. I think really Philadelphia's offense is so good that they don't talk a lot about the defense, but they got a lot of players over there on that defensive end.
Slay, man.
Cornerback solid. I mean, we talked about C.J. Gardner-Johnson getting over there, but that D-line has always been stout, and they added Hassan Reddick and stuff over there, so they got linebackers too. So they're not bad on defense at all. So my takeaways from the game, though, and I'm gonna let you kind of get to other points about the game. My thing was, I really felt like Philly's offense is great. I'm worried, and I'm not really worried because I'm not a Philly fan, but I'm worried how it will transition in playoffs. I really feel like Philadelphia is going to be a great regular season team. I'm not sure with that style how it will be come playoffs. But I say that kind of that sort of collegiate style, I feel like it's sort of maybe – I feel like sometimes in the NFL it can be kind of faddish, like FAD-ish, meaning that it's solid while you're catching people off guard. But then once you get to the point where somebody finds the blueprint, then it's like, okay, what else you going to do? Because Jalen Hurts, I mean, they won, but Jalen Hurts only had 155 passing yards. You know what I'm saying? They run the ball very well. And even Jalen Hurts really didn't kill the Cowboys with his legs like that. He didn't. I mean, it's really just their career. Mm-hmm.
Parsons was on them, man. It's and they was getting them with the whole read. That was very smart how they were playing Parsons. But as far as Jalen scrambling, just Parsons is just too fast. There's a couple times where you see him try to get outside the pocket, and Parsons is just too fast for that. So as far as him scrambling for a bunch of yards, like that's just really hard to do on the Cowboys. Even like DeMarcus Lawrence, like he's fast, like he got speed. So it's just I don't know. It's gonna be tough for quarterbacks to do that. And as we got through the game, we started to gain some momentum. We brought it back to, I believe, a 3-point deficit. Couldn't finish it off. The Eagles came back and scored right after that. But I don't know. I thought the Cowboys looked good. We did have that one bad that one bad call where they spot the ball short, fourth down.
Yeah.
I don't know why we hurried up. Don't know why we threw the ball with a backup quarterback who's not a threat with his legs. That little sequence was bad, but other than that, everything looked decent, and I'm just excited for Dak to get back at this point.
Yeah, and I was telling because I got friends that are Eagles fans and whatnot, and I think a lot of people made this like talking trash to me because I'm not gonna reach out and talk trash to you. There's no point. It does me no good until we actually win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But people was texting me prior to the game, doing the whole cowgirls this and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, y'all don't know by now this stuff don't affect me. Like I actually look at it like from a realistic sense. So I'm like, man, y'all should just go in there and handle business. Y'all at home. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but if it was the other way around, y'all would say the same thing to us. Y'all at home, prime time, y'all undefeated. Don't lose to a backup quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
Period. No matter how good our defense is, your defense should step up and not allow us to do that. In my mind, right? That's what I'm thinking. So what I told them is, I'm not worried about this game. I actually think y'all gonna win, and it makes it better for us because it's hard to beat a team twice in the season, let alone potentially 3 times. The way this NFC East is going, somebody gonna see each other in the playoffs again.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the 3rd time. So you just never know how this stuff is gonna end up. And I feel like, and I could be wrong. Obviously, it's the league. Philly's not at their peak, but how many other ways can they be creative running the ball before we figure it out? That's where I feel like I don't know. And also, we haven't seen this offense with Dak back, with Dak and Michael Gallup in there. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So, and shout out to Jake Ferguson, too, because that was a nice little. He hit him with a little.
I was like, I don't know who that is, but that was nice. Yeah.
Hey, rookie, 4th round pick, man.
Yeah.
So,
hey, these dudes keep coming out of nowhere, man. Hey,
yeah.
Keep making plays. Now,
sure.
Now I think you brought up the NFC East. I think you had something else with as far as the division.
Yeah. I wanted to say, man, it's crazy, man. Well, first, I don't know if you want to get into the. Did you get a chance to watch the Giants and the Ravens game?
I watched some of it. Yeah.
Man, I just want to say, man, I feel like this year to be a Ravens fan, I don't even know what other fan you can kind of relate it to, but I just know they're just have to be livid. Like this is like there's no way
is this
that it gets down to.
Is this the 3rd or 4th game they blew a big lead? Maybe it's the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd.
It's the third. I think. Well, are they 3-3 now? I think they're 3-3. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't think they necessarily had a big lead against the Giants, but they had the lead in the end. And all you had to do was take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson throws that
interception,
crazy pick, and then they get the ball back, and then the whole fumble situation. It's like, man, this is unlike the Ravens. We're not used to seeing this from the Ravens. But with that being said, obviously you got to put some respect on the Giants' name because they've beaten some quality teams. The only team they lost to was the Cowboys.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, when you look at this NFC East and the way the teams are playing right now, because I think we spoke last week and talked about everybody in NFC East can have quality coaches now.
Yeah.
Which head coach would you take right now for your team based off all the head coaches in the NFC East?
So definitely 4th. I mean, we slander them a lot, but Mike McCarthy is at the bottom of the list.
That's tough.
I will say, he has been good throughout this stretch. I do slander him a lot, so I will give him his credit. He has been good throughout this stretch. This stretch with Cooper Rush has been all coaching. So shout out to him, offense coordinator, of course, Dan Quinn. But as far as overall resume with their current teams, Mike McCarthy's at the bottom of the list. Right.
Okay.
It's tough after that because between the Eagles head coach, between Gable in New York, and then Ron Rivera, who's been solid throughout his career, he just ain't had much to work with in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had time to think about this question. I still don't know. I think just because of the length of resume, I'm gonna take Gable out. He hasn't been a head coach long enough for me to say yes, but he is off to a hot start. So shout out to him. So it's out of Sirianni, and I'm gonna go Sirianni. He came into this team. It wasn't supposed to be a really good team when he came in, but they ended up being solid last year. They made it to the playoffs when people didn't expect them to make it to the playoffs. People knew Jalen Hurts had potential, but people didn't think he would still be a starter, and people definitely didn't think he'd be leading the team to 5-0. And then on top of that, they just really like what they did this offseason. I don't know how much Sirianni had to do with it. He's not the GM, but I would assume he had something to do with it. Every person that they got was someone I wanted the Cowboys to get. These free agents would be available. It's like a list of them. I'm like, all right, Cowboys should get this dude, this dude, this dude. And I tell you, they got every single one of them. So I'm going to go Sirianni.
That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. This is a tough question. I think that's why I end up getting on the notes.
It's damn near a three-way title with them three.
For you, you got a three-way for them. For me, because it's tough, because the question in my mind I originally wanted to go with like this season. So looking at this season, like who we want to go to, because obviously Daboll, I think this is his first head coaching gig, right? So It's kind of hard to say career-wise on that, because if we're taking, but see, we got to take that into account though, because it's like if I'm taking this team right now. So for me, it's tough because it's hard for me to say because they're all good coaches. But for right now, dang, I'm changing my answer on the fly. For right now, I have to put Brian Daboll last, only because the experience, right?
Yeah.
But I part of me wanted to put him first just because of how much he's done with that Giants. They do not have the talent like these other teams.
Yeah,
and he's
but at
making
the same
them
time,
work.
it wouldn't be that shocking if they went below 500 the rest of the season. Not saying that they are, but
that's true.
It wouldn't be that crazy just because we haven't seen them that much.
Right. So, yeah. So he's 3.
Okay.
I mean 4. 3 right now. I'm putting Ron Rivera.
What?
And the only reason why, I'm putting Ron Rivera because while Ron Rivera is solid, he is solid. To me, it's like I feel like some level of the Commanders should be better than what they are. Like I can understand like the whole quarterback situation, whatever. Maybe we see Taylor Heineke come in. I don't know why they don't give him the reins. I feel like he's shown enough previously to get the reins.
Yes.
But I just feel like something should be better than what it is. Like that defense, I remember that defense was stout.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, it's just like, bro, like y'all are not good. Like I don't know what happened with that. I just don't know. Like the Commanders are very confusing to me because I feel like they should just be better than what they are. Can't really say if that's a Ron Rivera issue or not, but since I can't point it out, I'm putting them 3rd. And now it comes down to the end. And for me, with this question, I know it's going to sound weird, but I take Mike McCarthy. And the only reason why I'm taking Mike McCarthy,
I did not expect
because he's the only one.
I did not expect this.
He's the only one that's won a Super Bowl.
I did not expect that. Oh, man.
When it comes down to it, I do like Nick Sirianni for that team.
Yeah.
I want to see why, because so even last year when they got smacked by us and he had the little beat Dallas shirt or something on last year. I don't know if you remember that.
Hey, he was yelling across the sideline this game.
Yeah,
like
he's hyped.
He was saying something.
Yeah, he's perfect for Philly.
Yeah,
perfect for Philly. But I gotta see something else. I gotta see something else from that. And I just feel like Mike McCarthy in his situation, the amount of times Dak's been hurt. But Cowboys still been like actually all right. I have to give him some credit in that, even though he don't supposedly know the plays and all this other stuff going on that they be talking about. I got to give him some credit for the Cowboys being in better than contention, because even when Jason Garrett was here, he was like, oh, we was in contention for like the NFC East or whatever. But it feels like Dallas is legit. Like, you know how we used to be like, oh, Dallas going to Super Bowl, but it's different now. Like it's a whole different attitude. Like we
Yeah,
didn't get some of those free agents, but like the players we're drafting, like it's a different type of like nasty. Like before, we just felt a little soft.
but
We don't feel soft no more.
for me, it feels
Go
like yeah, we can win the Super Bowl if McCarthy don't screw it up. Like that's what it feels like for me. And so I can't put McCarthy number one. I do
I
get
got
what
you.
you're saying. He do got a Super Bowl, and he's way more proven than everyone else. But I'm gonna
Right.
take the potential on Sirianni before. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if we're talking long term deals, I'd probably take more of a risk, and I'd probably actually go Dayball just off of what
Yeah,
he's shown me.
yeah, not for me
Uh,
either.
but if I just had to go like this season, and if I had to just go this season, I something about McCarthy. I don't know if it's because he know Dan Quinn probably gonna get a head coaching. He better try to go far with this team because Dan Quinn gonna get offers. And I don't know how much Jerry Jones' wallet gonna be. If Jerry Jones can tap into whoever Golden State owner wallet is,
Yeah,
then maybe we'll keep him because I don't know how Golden State
yeah,
is
yeah.
paying all this money and getting all these
I
extensions.
know.
But that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Oh man,
but
man.
yeah.
All right, now I got a new segment for you,
Okay.
Brandon. For you, this is for you. And this segment is shit. I messed. Where is it at? Hold on. This segment is for trade trivia.
Bro, this is hilarious. That's what's up. Okay.
That was very last minute, that graphic, but
Hey, that's dope though.
we
Something
getting there
different.
as a show. We getting there as a
Yeah, you know
show.
what I'm saying? We doing a little something, something.
Now let me go into the notes section of my phone because I got a few
Okay.
questions for you, man. Let's test this trivia. Now this trivia ain't gonna be super hard. It ain't gonna be
Don't say
like
that. Don't say that. No, don't get no disclaimers. You just gotta let it happen. Cause then in the comments, if I get one wrong, they might be like, "Bruh, how you missed that
well,
one?
I'll
These
just say
was easy."
because I hate trivia being like in 1960. It's all modern stuff. All right, so I'll just tell you. I'll start with that. But it is a
Okay.
little tricky. So
Okay.
let's see what you got. All right.
Mm.
So to preference this question, just a little fun fact: we have three divisions that have no teams above 500, and
Okay.
that's AFC North, NFC West, and NFC South.
Okay.
All right. Now, saying that, since 2010, there's been three teams to make the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
with a losing record.
Yeah.
What are those three teams? I'll give you 5 guesses to guess those three teams.
Yeah. Well, we know it was the one was the Seattle team. The yes sir. Darren
The
Sharper. Yeah.
Omen
Yes
B.
sir.
Yeah. Yep.
The other one I think was wasn't it the Cardinals? I forgot what year it was. The Cardinals, right? What
Nope.
year was that? It wasn't the Cardinals,
One the Cardinals. So
bro.
that's 2 guesses. You got one.
Well, you said that had a losing record. Or wasn't 500, or what'd you say?
Losing record.
A losing record in total. Um, bro, I feel like I should know this, bro.
You
I
want?
feel like it was somebody in the AFC West, bro. Which team was it?
I'll give you a hint. All right.
Uh
Now,
huh.
now one of them is one of them. So the Cowboys had a year where we really didn't have a chance. It was a specific reason we really didn't have a chance recently. This was
Yeah.
recent. The whole year, it was like, all right, we're not gonna do anything this year. And a
Hmm.
specific team took advantage of that and was able to make
Yeah,
the
I
playoffs.
couldn't remember. I know it was the NFC. It was a. Well, in my mind, I thought it was the NFC East team. I just couldn't think of that one
You
potentially.
got this. You got this.
Um, but I know the other one. I think is the AFC West team. But okay, so NFC East team, bro. I'm trying to remember, bro. I really feel like it was the Eagles, but or was it Washington, bro? Because then they. But no, the one time Washington had it, RG3 came back and they went 9-6. So let's go. Bro, was it Philly? No, let's go. Let's go Philly.
Man.
No, This is bad. Okay, let me go to the AFC West team because I feel like
It's not AFC West. It's
it was
not
not AFC
AFC
West,
West.
bro. Ain't
AFC
no
West
way.
is the Chiefs and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, not AFC West.
it wasn't none of them teams.
All right,
Dang,
so
man, this is bad. This is bad, man. They gonna be like, bruh.
you can't get this last one. All right, this last one is hard. It's NFC South.
Oh, well, I was
I
thinking this
wouldn't have got
team.
this one, but
I was thinking this team. Let me remember what the other team was. So is the Saints,
nope. All right,
bro?
here are the answers. Whew, you did
This is
horrible,
bad.
bro. All right,
Yeah,
so the Seahawks, you got that one right. Marshawn Lynch, that's 2010.
yeah, that's one I
Um,
remember for sure.
the 2020, you mentioned this already. Washington football team, Heineke. Come on, this was recent
Because I couldn't remember what their record
when
was.
Dak leg broke off.
I couldn't remember what I can. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I thought you was
that
gonna get
one.
that one. And then the 2014 Panthers, which I don't remember that one at all. 2014
Yeah,
Panthers.
bro, I thought it was in the AFC West team.
Yeah, you was all.
All them years that
And it
they was fighting this crap.
post 2010. So I don't know if what you're
Oh,
thinking is before 2010.
okay.
But this was post 2010.
Yeah, a lot of these years just blur together. I do remember the Washington football team now that you said it. I just forgot, bro. You know, the NFC East, bro, they just be
Yeah, they be
playing,
They be switching.
bro, musical chairs.
I knew the
Like,
Panthers
bro,
one was gonna be impossible, but you got that wrong.
that was terrible.
I,
That was terrible.
I need to
that
add
sucks
a
for.
big red X to this.
Yeah.
All right. This is total of 3 questions, by the way. This is your
Okay.
second question.
All right, I'm doing better on this one.
All right. Other than the Eagles, who has
Uh-huh.
the longest current winning streak in the NFL for this season?
For this season,
Yeah. Excluding the Eagles, who's currently on the longest win streak? And I'll give you a hint. It is a 4-game win streak.
I was assuming that, and that means it can't be the Vikings, can't be the Giants. We just lost. So let's go Buffalo.
Nope.
Dang, it's the Jets.
I'm about to fact check this because it's got me thinking now. This doesn't seem right. 1, 2. Before I give you the answer, let me just make sure. Yep, it is the Vikings.
I thought they're 5-1, so they won the first week, then lost the next one, and then
Yeah.
they won.
That kind of got me
Nice,
too because
okay.
they won
Gotcha.
the first week, which was big news, and then. But
Well, when did Buffalo?
I guess it
when
is
did
week
Buffalo
6.
lose before?
It
Yeah,
is
it's week 6.
Man, that's weird. Buffalo
tough.
lost to the Dolphins. I think they're on
Oh,
3-game win streak.
yeah, you're right. Tough. It was the Vikings.
There's a lot of teams on a 3-game win streak right now.
Yeah.
Cowboys would have been also an answer if they won, but we didn't win. All right, last question. I think you got this one. All right. So, give me 3 of the top 5 passing yard leaders this season, right now, this season. 3 of the 5.
This is terrible.
And I'll tell you, give me the list and I'll tell you if you got at least 3 of them.
Because I'm trying to remember passing yards, bro,
Passing yards.
versus like passer rating, because it's like madness right now.
Yeah, passing
Um,
yards.
So I got to put Allen in there, Josh Allen. Oh, you want me to give you all 5?
Yeah, I want you to give me all 5. I'll
Let's
tell
go.
you 2 of them are pretty easy. And then the
Yeah,
rest-
so
sorry.
yeah. So I was gonna go with the 2 that played against each other, Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. The other ones are gonna be kind of tough to me because I'm going to say I'm going to have to put Geno in there
2 more.
just cause, bro. I feel like that's 3.
All right, 2 more. If you stick with
Oh, you said 2 more.
2 more.
Who was the other 2, bro? Now I'm trying to think of all the teams. Dang, I wish Tua was still playing. He would have been up there. Bro, Jalen was up there, but he only got 155 this time. This is bad. Let's go. And I don't know how Kyler did.
Kyler didn't do well.
This is bad, bro. Because it's the quarterback play is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's a little bit of a wonky list. It's a little wonky.
So bro, I don't even know if I can even put Herbert in there faithfully. All right, who I said?
Come on, man.
Pat.
You said Pat,
Josh, Allen, Geno Smith.
Who? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm a go. How many games we in? 6. Freak, bro. This is bad. Freak, bro. I'm gonna go.
Man. You got this.
I'm gonna go. This is bad, bro. I'm gonna go. But see, even Burrow ain't doing anything.
Viewers ain't got all day, bro. Come on, man.
I wish it was live so they could just give me the answer. I'm gonna go Kyler and Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
I know it's not it.
You almost. This is all right. So Josh Allen's number 1. Check out who's number 2. Matt Ryan.
See, I was gonna say Matt, but they started out so slow.
I didn't expect.
I didn't know if he was gonna be on there, bro.
Pat Mahomes is 3. Tom Brady. I'm shocked he's 4. And then Joe Shiesty. You almost said it. Joe Burrow. I would have also accepted who just played? Chargers. Herbert. I believe Herbert just passed Joe.
Got you.
But I would have accepted Joe or Herbert.
Yeah, it's just so many bad offenses, bro.
Yeah. The Geno was a good guess though. That was a good guess.
Yeah.
He's pretty high on the list, but didn't quite make the cut. Sorry about it. Well, that's
0
it.
for 3, man.
That's it for trade trivia.
That's bad.
That was bad. Yeah.
That's bad. Sorry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find my jumper. What can I say? It's my first. It's practice. It's preseason for me. It's my first time doing trivia, bro.
That was rough, man.
You know,
that was rough.
Maybe next time I can call somebody for help or something.
No, we don't allow that in this game, sir. Sorry. Did you catch the Jets game, man? The Jets, Packers?
Well, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Of course.
Am I allowed to say, even though I'm a Cowboys fan, can I say my Jets? Because I feel like I was a very early adopter of the Jets. Can I claim
I feel like there's obviously going to be Jets fans that's not going to like you saying that, but I believed Jets fans. I believed in y'all when this season started. All those young guys y'all got, I believed in them, and I actually said if it wasn't for y'all division, y'all be in the playoffs next year. Looks like y'all might be in the playoffs this year. Y'all number 2 in the division. Y'all doing good. I don't think y'all gonna make it this year, but Jets looking good, man. How you feeling about it, man? Let's talk about the Jets and the Packers. Young team, on the rise, older veteran team. I guess their weapons are young, but looks like they may be declining or maybe figuring it out. What you think, man? Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Green Bay, and I don't have an answer for them. But I'm not gonna lie, like the whole time I was like, man, the Jets just not letting up. Them boys was getting to Aaron, and they was Quentin Williams getting there. Quincy Williams there stopping. You see the hit he had on? I think it was Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, these boys playing. And obviously, DJ Reed and Sauce out there is just like, bruh. Yeah. I don't know what Green Bay expected to happen, but I'm pretty sure they expected to win. The Jets came, and they stole the show, like, from the beginning. And it just seemed like they were just a better team. Like, it just felt that way. And it feels like this might be the year where like we always talked about Green Bay not getting the weapons for Aaron. This might actually be that year where it really catches up. Like the way the Packers are looking right now, like they can probably get eliminated first round.
Yeah.
Like just the way they're playing and the way the defenses are that they're gonna play. Like, and it was weird to say this. They got to go against a Philly defense. They got stout cornerbacks and just over there, just defensively sound. The Giants as a whole defensively is going to be tough to score on. Dallas is going to be tough to score on. And then you got the Vikings running it up just in general over there.
I think they play the Bills, too.
Who you think the Packers play the Bills next week?
Not next week. I think they play them soon, unless I'm thinking of a different team.
You might be right.
I think they play them in like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, it's going to be an L. But
yeah. I know it ain't getting easier for them. Like, they kind of went through their easy part of the schedule and did bad.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I
don't know. Green Bay.
They in some trouble.
Now, Jets, not going to lie. I'm happy for them. It's lit over there in New York. I'm not going to lie. That's probably one of the littest states right now in New York.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Tua coming back from Miami. It's going to make that a little tougher for that second place spot. But I'm going to be tuning in, though. That Buffalo, Jets, Miami Patriots division, tough. That's gonna be one to watch towards the end of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing that I'm liking, they're playing good, and Zach Wilson really ain't he ain't had a consistent game yet. Really, he's kind of up and down. He kind of gets off to like a little hot start sometimes, and then just lull for the next 2.5 quarters, and then end of the game kind of picks it back up, put a nice drive together. I think I think he will find a rhythm. Not that he's playing bad, but I think he will find a rhythm and will improve because he really hasn't had a long stretch of games yet. He kind of was in and out getting hurt last year, and then he started off the season hurt this year. I think if he can get into a rhythm, like the Jets are gonna be something to mess with. You got Breece Hall, he's killing it. He's looking like he might already be a top 3 back in the league. Like he's killing it. They have his backup, Michael Carter, who was their starter last year. He's good. What's that look?
Right, top 3 though.
Man, he is killing. Have you? He is.
No, I watched. He cold.
He is killing.
Top 3 though.
He might. I'm not saying right now, but by the end of this season, we may look back and be like, Breece Hall was the 3rd best running back this season.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying like this season, not technically but like the 3rd most talented running
maybe.
back.
Hey, Brandon, maybe.
No,
maybe.
No. We're going to have to cut down. Hold up on that one, bro. He cold, though.
This is why I say my Jets. All right, my Jets. This is my Jets. All right. Just saying. They looking good, man. They looking good. So
way to be a homer, bro.
I mean,
they're gonna appreciate that.
Look, Cowboys over everything. All right.
No.
It's like my.
If you were like a Jets
I got you.
That was like a homer statement. Oh yeah, Breece Hall, top 3 running back for sure. Like,
hey, all right. Mark my words.
But he definitely cold. The picks they have, it just seems like they're cashing in on the bad boys. Like this is becoming, it's making it work to the point to where Bryce Hall, cornerback out of UVA, it was I think he got drafted. Was that 2019 or 2020? I can't remember. But he coming out of UVA, I thought he was cold. He just had an injury, and he was good last year for the Jets. My boy texted me today and was like, "Hey, y'all want him? Whatever." And I guess the Jets willing to trade him, essentially. But Bryce Hall was talented cornerback. Dallas not gonna trade for him, but real talented cornerback. But that's talented young cornerback that they drafted. So
they drafted this year or last year?
No, he got drafted. I think either 2019 or 2020.
Oh, okay.
One of those. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they have a Bryce Hall and a Breece Hall?
Yeah.
I think they have 2 other people with the same name, too. Maybe that's
they got I think the brothers, right? Quincy Williams and Quentin Williams, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was another one.
I think they're brothers, right? Jets fans don't get on me if they're not brothers, but I think they definitely they're related.
Yeah, Jets fans, they'll be all right. They celebrating for the first time in about 20 years, so they'll be all right. But yeah, man, had a few more exciting games. What's going on with the Cardinals, man? Are they done? Was they lose? They can't score against the Seahawks. We've been talking about Geno Smith, but that Seahawks defense has been terrible all year. They put up what 9 points or something against the Seahawks. What's up? Is Kyler bad? Is the play calling bad? Is Hopkins that important to where they can't score a point? They can't score a touchdown without him. What's up?
We gonna see.
We gonna
Look, is
see.
back. I'm ready to put him in my fantasy lineup.
Oh, you have him?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
But yeah, definitely stashed that young man.
stashing him, boy.
In 2 leagues, I stashed him in 2 of them bad boys just in case.
Hey,
But no,
when you gonna learn to not have the same players in both leagues? Because
bro,
once they do bad,
bro,
Stafford's been killing you, man.
that's a little. It's. I feel like sometimes I have the same strategy. So
Yeah.
depending on my pick placement, if they're similar, then it's gonna be tough for me to avoid similar players that fall to me sometimes. So
I just
end up
feel your
having,
pain with betting. I'll have like 2 parlays, and I'll have like this one. I'll have, let's say, Stafford over 200 yards. I'll have that one stat in both parlays, and he'll ruin both my parlays. So I don't do stuff like that no more, man.
Yeah, I had to stop betting just for that, man, because it'd be just that one. It's like, bruh, you were supposed to be the for sure thing.
Yeah, you was
It's
the
like,
for
man.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, but the Cardinals, I mean, I think they asked Cliff if he was willing to hand over play calling duties just for the betterment of the team. And he was like, I mean, yeah, whatever it takes to win, like, type thing. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said, Hopkins come back. Hopefully they pop it off. But obviously the Cardinals been struggling since the end of last season, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's weird because they usually start off hot and end the seasons bad. They did that the last 2 seasons, but this year they're starting off bad, and
maybe that's why. Maybe
they're
they
trying
need
to
look.
switch it. Maybe they're like, hey, if we start bad, then we won't end bad. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, like if we start out bad and then we figure out why we're bad now, then we don't have to figure out why we're bad later.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Logic.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
That works.
Now let's get to this Chiefs-Bills game, the most anticipated game probably of the season, especially after what happened in the playoffs and just all the head-to-head matchups they had. I actually went to a bar out here, went to a Chiefs bar out here. I wanted to go to the main. They have this district called Power and Light. They set up a big screen outside, and it's just surrounded by bars, and it's like hundreds of people. I mean, they be loud. It be packed. I wanted to go there, but my girl, she didn't want to go there. Too many people and all that. She wanted to kind of chill, so had to meet in the middle, find a less hype place. But it's just funny how fans are the same everywhere. These dudes have Patrick Mahomes, and after that game, so many Chiefs fans was talking down on Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, really?
Yeah, I don't want to say so many. I won't act like it's majority, but it was at least 3 like different groups. Like, Mahomes always killing us, man. Mahomes always like it was. I'm like, y'all got arguably the best quarterback in the league. Like, this is how y'all feel about. Like, who would y'all rather have than Mahomes? Like, maybe Josh Allen. Like who would y'all rather have? It's just I don't know.
Right.
That was just interesting to me. But we got a very exciting game, close game, came down to the wire. Some insane plays. Josh Allen with the hurdle on the last drive. Pretty exciting game, man. I was kind of lit. I ordered a few beers. They got these. I had a local beer, watching Kansas City game. Had a Kansas City beer, Tank 7. Got a bunch of alcohol in it. Get you nice and buzzed, Get you a tall boy, pretty good. But had a wonderful game day, man. Did you enjoy the game?
I mean, I'm honestly that was the one I was kind of waiting on, outside of obviously the Cowboys and Eagles, but that was the marquee matchup for the weekend, and obviously it didn't disappoint again. That's what we kind of expect. We're gonna see it again in the playoffs. Well, ideally we'll see it maybe in the NFC Championship, because these two are pretty much the top 2 teams in the AFC, let alone probably the top 2 teams in the NFL at this current moment. So yeah, I just think it, like I said, didn't disappoint. shout out to the Bills. When you see the Chiefs again, though, in the playoffs, it's hard to beat a team twice, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about beating them in regular season. If they're a good team, you're gonna see them again, and it's really hard to beat them twice.
Are there any teams that you think can stop them from like meeting in the playoffs? Basically, knock one of them out, other than each other. Because the only team that comes to mind for me is a healthy Dolphins team. We really haven't seen, I don't know. I feel like we really haven't seen that yet. A healthy Dolphins team that is used to playing with each other and got some time together and stuff like that. I mean, they started off the season really hot, and then Tua got hurt, of course. Do you think anyone?
I think I agree. Healthy Dolphins team is one. I think if you really can't sleep on the Chargers just because of what could be. They still got talent on that team. Yeah. Still got Khalil Mack over there. Like, it's crazy what you kind of just forget about over there with the Chargers.
Jackson.
Yeah. And Derwin James, obviously, like, the defense is there. When Keenan Allen comes back, you just never know what potentially could happen with the offense getting back to its point. So, I definitely think the Chargers is one team they just can't sleep on. But everyone
What about the Ravens? Mm-hmm. They got a shot.
But I say Ravens definitely going to have a shot. They just going to have to not kill themselves in the moment. And then, obviously, you got the Bengals who still got a high-powered offense. It just feels like other teams are going to probably beat them in the playoffs just based off of what we've seen so far. But you can't count them out because the offense is that high-powered.
And we said that last year. Every round. I know I said that. Nah, they're not gonna get past this round.
Right.
They're not gonna get past this round. They're not gonna get past it, and they did. So
it's different in the playoffs. It's definitely different in the playoffs. But those are probably the main ones. Definitely.
Okay. So did you see the I didn't watch the Panthers game. I don't think anyone is watching Panthers games outside of Panthers fans. They probably not even watching Panthers game. But did you see the whole dust up between Robbie Anderson and then, that leads to him getting sent to the locker room, and then today he gets traded to Arizona. Did you see all of that?
Interesting thing about it is I actually had a close friend that watched that game, and he was telling me how pissed he was that he felt like P.J. Washington wasn't really getting a chance to show his arm like that. But I didn't watch the game myself, but I did see that moment. Saw Steve Wilkes tell him to go ahead and take that helmet off, my boy, head to the locker room, and then swiftly he was traded to the zone. So I don't know. I don't have too much to say on that. I have respect for Steve Wilkes, everything like that. Obviously, Carolina is just completely dysfunctional right now. Yeah. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, Robbie Anderson. I know Hollywood Brown got hurt for the Cardinals, so maybe Robbie Anderson fills that void with Nuck. Yeah. We'll see how that works.
Similar play style, deep threat,
Definitely.
And then, he got all up in his face, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
He definitely wanted to smoke.
But see, it's not the first time we be seeing stuff like that, though. Because it's crazy because even the Jets, Quentin Williams, earlier this season, he got into it. I don't know if it was the D-line coach or what, but they was going back and forth. Like, you see it. You see it between players, too,
But you see people arguing, but he was like forehead. It's like he was trying to get him to fight him. Like, it was just like, hey, bro, get out of here, bro. You can't be having your helmet on my forehead talking trash to me. Like, hey, get out of here. So, I don't know. I hope all is well for both ends. Is there any shining light? Two things. Is there any shining light in Carolina? Like, any positivity coming out of there? And B, do you think they're doing a fire sale and finna get rid of everything? Because there's been rumors about Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. Are those just rumors? Do you think they'll be gone soon?
DJ Moore is not going nowhere. McCaffrey, I think at this point, it's crazy because McCaffrey is your offense. So
but they're not using him like that this year, though. Like, they're not throwing to him as much. He's not being utilized in the pass game like that. People say it's because they're trying to keep him healthy. I don't know if it was a Baker thing or if it was that they was trying to keep him healthy. If they are trying to keep him healthy, like, I don't know, use your special guy. Like, use him. So I don't know.
Yeah, according to my colleague, close friend, he says that
your sources.
That's all they was doing. Yeah, my sources say all they was doing yesterday was giving the ball to McCaffrey in that game where Baker Mayfield didn't play 'cause hurt. PJ Washington was playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before that, I do agree with you.
Yeah.
They're not using McCaffrey in the sense that they used to use him, but he still technically is the offense outside of like DJ Moore. It's just really them with questionable quarterback play. So once you trade McCaffrey, you're pretty much gonna be kind of tanking.
I mean,
like
they are
extremely.
Are they
extremely
not?
though? Like I mean, like extremely.
Might as
like,
well.
You're not gonna be in any games. I think.
I think they need to go ahead and they can get a lot for McCaffrey. Like
it would be
if someone sends,
I agree.
If depending on the team, if someone's like, hey, 2 first-round picks, like depending on the team, I might take that. Like that's
I mean, they do got Chuba Hubbard, who was definitely good when he filled in for McCaffrey. So
especially
you never know.
Especially if they're not gonna let him be McCaffrey. Like you might as well get what you can. I'm a big proponent of trade a guy a year too early rather than a year too late. I know that's like a big Belichick thing. If you can get a lot for it, why not? Why not? Because you can get a big-time quarterback this round. That's all they've been looking for the past few years. And, I mean, a running back we've seen can only do so much in this league. The running backs who do amazing things end up getting hurt because they're so amazing. Like, it.
Right. See,
I'm for it.
I think the only thing – no, you're right, though. The only thing about it is I wish they could just trade into the AFC, but it seems like the only AFC team that wants them is the Bills, and that'd just be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
McCaffrey on the Bills.
That'd be crazy. That's all.
At that point, you might as well just hand them the Super Bowl if they get McCaffrey.
That'd be
that's
crazy.
Yeah.
They'll have. My bad. They will have the 2 most athletic white people on this planet if they traded for McCaffrey. That's all I gotta say. But, yeah. So we do have the Colts actually got a win this weekend. Did you know they have a winning record? It don't feel like it. The Colts are 3.
Well, they squeezed up that one against Russell in the last
and then
prime time. Yeah.
Then I keep forgetting about the tie. They're 3-2-1, and they beat the Chiefs, which is crazy.
Nuts. Really nuts.
They are just surviving. Yeah, I respect it. They are just surviving. And then I don't know if you saw it, but a big time throw by Matt Ryan to seal the game, to win the game. And man, they're surviving. So good for the Colts, man.
Yeah, shout out to them. They talented enough. They should win that division. Well, the Titans still there, but the Titans just haven't been the Titans, so we'll see. But the Colts are talented enough to win, and they won't be a pushover in the playoffs. But still, the way they're playing, we still don't expect them to go far as we thought they could, based off of the talent they had last year. With bringing in Matt Ryan to replace Carson Wentz, you're thinking, oh, okay, these boys are gonna be really offensively gonna be wild, but it just hasn't been that yet.
Yeah.
But you saying Matt Ryan's number 2, so obviously he finding some things as of late. So
yeah,
we'll see if Michael Pittman can continue it up. I think they got Alec Pierce, the other new wide receiver.
Yeah. He's been showing up lately. Yeah.
So we'll see.
So before we head out, I do want to go over the Thursday night game and the Sunday night game as well. We got coming up. I don't even know who's playing Thursday.
Thursday.
I thought you knew.
I think I got it in here. It's the Saints versus the Cardinals.
Okay, that'll probably be a good one. I've said that about a few games though, and they just that should be a good one. That should be, let's put some positive energy in there. That'll be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a great game. Yeah,
it's gonna be a great game. 2 great teams. You got Andy Dalton coming in hungry to steal maybe Jameis starting spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're asking, if we're talking about picks, do you want to go first? Do you already know in mind who you want to take?
Do you know yours? I need a second. You know what? Easy. I don't know. You go ahead. Let me do some quick research.
Well, I feel like personally, I have to take this from a personal stance, and a part of me, I'm torn. I got a lot of friends that are Saints fans, but there's also no Saints fans on my fantasy. So, since I got looking, 2 leagues. I'm going to pull for Arizona. That's what I'm going for.
All right, cool.
I'm
Because
going with Arizona.
I was gonna say the Saints, so
Okay, cool.
it works.
Right.
I want to see who needed the win more, but they're both 2-4.
They both need to win.
So
They both
I feel like the Cardinals needed more just because they're supposed to be better. But I like the Saints. I like what the Saints do. Kamara is amazing. They run the ball. They're not afraid to keep running the ball. They bring in Taysom Hill with the gadget plays. That boy fast. Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints.
It's another athletic white boy you forgot about.
Yeah. But let's get him to the Bills too.
Bruh, heck no.
Oh man. So hopefully that's a good game. And then Sunday night we have who do we have Sunday night?
Steelers and Dolphins.
So ooh.
Yeah. I already know where I'm going.
Is Tua playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
He's playing?
Gotta go Miami.
Yeah, you gotta go
That
Miami.
boy back. Gotta go Miami.
Yeah,
Now, Kenny Pickett,
I'm
I'm not
probably
gonna
gonna
lie. I
start.
like Kenny Pickett. You said what?
I'm probably gonna start Tua then. It depends on who.
That Steelers defense still ain't no joke though. But I see what
They've
you're
been
saying,
beat
though.
up.
They're high powered.
They were missing 3
Oh,
cornerbacks
they still-
this week. I don't know
Yeah.
if next week they gonna have them, but I'll check see
Yeah,
how
you're
good
right.
they are. But yeah,
Who's your other quarterback? You got Joe Burrow's the other one.
I
right?
got Joe. I'm tripping. Play Joe. What am I doing? You know, Tua got
Well, it depends
that.
on-
Tua had that big game with the 6 touchdowns. I still ain't recovered from that because I would have won that game. I still ain't recovered from that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think we both got the Dolphins on this one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going against the Dolphins. on that one.
The spread's only -7 too, man.
For the Dolphins?
Yeah, that's a pretty big spread for NFL though. They usually don't
Yeah,
go
no, it is.
bigger than that. So, but yeah, we both got the Dolphins on that. So, but I do think the Steelers are better than what people think. They do have a rough schedule, and then T.J. Watt, of course, being out is killing them. But
So they got to win against the Buccaneers. So
yeah, and their division isn't
that's
the top team is 500. It's 3-3. They're 2-4, so
Right.
they're still in it.
yeah.
They can survive till TJ gets back. I think they got a shot still. I never count out the Steelers. They're kind of like the Spurs to me. Like, great coaching. They're going to be all right.
Yeah.
So,
No, facts, yeah.
but yeah, that's
For
all,
sure.
that's all we got for y'all today, man. Had a good week of football. Next week we're gonna have an even better week, man. So, Brandon, can you let them know where they can find us at?
Yeah, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this show. We're gonna keep them coming. Y'all definitely are probably already watching us on YouTube right now at 43 Zone. So continue to subscribe, like, comment for us, man. I did peep that y'all did like the NBA segment that we had, so that's definitely gonna continue to bring that content for y'all too. NFL and NBA content. If you wanna tweet at us or just see, you know what I'm saying, what we got going on during the week. You can also follow us on Twitter at 43Zone and Instagram at 43Zone. And eventually you might see us on TikTok as well at 43Zone. So if you want to check us out there and follow ahead, you can do that as well. But appreciate y'all for coming and watching and being with us, man. We got a lot on the way, man.
All right, man. Peace be.
Peace.
Chef say I gotta kill